started thinking that I know the meaning of feeling like you're losing your game. I get it twisted, but I can't help believing that if things were right, I wouldn't complain.
My name is Bashaun Brown. I'm the CEO and co-founder of T.R.A.P House. T.R.A.P House in its original context is a place where you could go score or sell drugs. We have reappropriated the term. Now T.R.A.P stands for Transforming Reinventing and Prospering. T.R.A.P House works in Hartford. We help people realize their passion and their entrepreneurial spirit so they can redirect it in the formal market. Basically, T.R.A.P House is a business incubator that helps drug dealers or former drug dealers isolate the skills that they were using on the streets and teach them how to pivot that into the legal market. Although I'm not originally from Hartford, I have an affinity for the city. My granddad was born and raised in Hartford, so I have a large family that stretch over the Hartford metropolitan area. Also, while I was away at Cheshire Correctional, I felt like I knew Hartford from listening to all the stories that people would tell from Hartford. Hartford, well, the individuals that I know from Hartford kind of stuck out among the rest of the population. Hartford seems like it's different from the rest of the state. The culture is different. The people is different. The vibe that you get when you walk in the streets of Hartford is different than any other city in Connecticut. The reason why T.R.A.P House started in Hartford is because the funding that we received, the people that was behind the funding that we received wanted us to be positioned in Hartford. They felt that Hartford needed an organization like T.R.A.P House to come into the community of the North End and try to have an impact. So we agreed and we set out on our journey, and we're in the city trying to have this impact. Beyond just regionally, when you look at like the way Hartford is positioned geographically, it's like 100 miles away from Boston and 100 miles away from New York, and it's dead in the center, and it's really in the center of this like educational corridor. So the advice I would give to anyone returning home from prison and kind of can't figure out what they're going to do, I would advise them to look into entrepreneurship as a way to control your own destiny. A lot of times, people like to say we're moving towards this second chance society, where efforts like ban the box and trying to get employers to not look at your background, things like that may or may not work, right? But you as an individual coming home into this society, whether it's a second chance society or not, you have to be in a position where you can control your destiny. And entrepreneurship is a way that you can control your destiny.